So I want to. We talked about what you had. We talked about what you had this past weekend. Um, you guys there deserve all the kudos in the world because on Friday you guys sent out that tweet, and this is how I reached out to you guys, seeing this tweet of you guys saying, uh, somebody commented about supporting independent wrestling, and you guys turned around and said, "Good idea." If anyone honestly lost the booking because of the Bruins situation, has hit us up on IG. We'll try to fit one more person on Sunday's show, and that show was titled "Ascending on High." So that honestly, that was really good on you guys. The fact that you went out of your way to do that, because really you didn't have to, right?
Yeah.
Like that card already at that point was stacked.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you like kudos to you guys for doing that. And then we'll touch on Ascending on High because I want to get your thoughts on it, how it went, and everything. But we mentioned that you guys are, and this is a cool thing that I don't think I've seen in other independent wrestling, and I've been doing it a lot fewer than these guys. The fact that you guys are a friendly, family-friendly promotion. What kind of went into that decision, or what kind of gave you that inspiration to do that? Because you don't see a lot of promotions really promoting that and getting the younger kids and the families involved and getting them to watch a product that you don't have to worry about. Like you said, love Nick Gage, but you don't have to worry about a pizza cutter spot. You don't have to worry about a syringe spot. Families can come and they can enjoy. So talk a little bit about that decision and kind of your influence and inspiration in taking Second Wrestling and going into that direction.
Yeah, sure. So I knew we wouldn't just it's my personal preference. Like I grew up with, Hogan and Macho Man and Piper and Hennig. I'm a massive Mr. Perfect fan. So Steamboat, like those guys, those guys are what I loved. Yeah. And I think, listen, it's a blessing and the curse. The blessing is that we have a really unique crowds.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that the show before that you guys had before Ascending on High. I watched it back a little bit. That crowd was a really good crowd.
Yeah. So we have really unique crowds. We play things others. Some of the advice we got was and what we didn't want to do, which was a lot of people get into promoting because they're like, I want to run wrestling, which is true. I did, but I really wanted. I didn't think it would take off this way. I thought I was gonna have my guys from Minnesota, who I, became close with while I was up there running a sort of a venue, would come a couple times a year, and I'd book them in dream indie Midwest matches, maybe do a signing every once in a while. And what happened was we had our first bar show was headlined by Billy Starks and Chelsea Green. Oh. And we just saw a crowd. We're like, who are these people? They weren't at our first couple shows. Who are we? Don't know. But they all, Chelsea was the only person we've ever booked. The second I announced her, tickets went from here to here. And she is the best. My favorite person still to this day, I think, that I've worked with outside of my friends or close people. So that took us into a different area. So we played both. And also there is enough wrestling in the Midwest and certainly in Chicago to do that. I didn't need to do what everyone else is doing. So there's a great company here called Freelance. And I say to a lot of guys, we don't want to be freelance light. We don't want to be AAW light. We don't want to be Dreamwave light. And by light, I mean younger kid. Yeah. We don't want to just replicate what they're doing. We want to do things different. So we want to give a ton of opportunities, which is one of the things we call ourselves the ring of opportunities. When we put those ring of opportunities, what we call them is the bat call out, they are real. We respond to every DM. Some are just ridiculous, and every once in a while I lose my cool a little bit, but I always tell people it's the 80-20 rule. 80 of these are going to be absolutely ridiculous, and 20 of them are going to be people hey, this is cool that you do this. I've worked the whole Northeast. I've not gotten to. So Ryan Clancy responded when we put these things out, right? So I was like, yes, Ryan, we've been watching for a while. We didn't know you were necessarily going to be in Vegas. And so the family friendly piece, it's coming back to it. The curse is that young families buy tickets very late.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yesterday we didn't sell out. We were like 8 tickets short, and which some promoters will just say is a sell, but we were 8 tickets short, and we were very light going into last Sunday. And then the tickets started, young family, because they don't know if their kid's going to have a runny nose or they're going to be sick or they forgot their kid's dance recital or whatever. So there is a curse there that we have. I just was with my partner today talking about how do we maybe promote these shows a little differently than we do the bar shows, because young people could say, oh, that's a card I want to see, I'm going to buy my ticket. Families they don't care really who's in the ring. I mean, they do, they have their favorites, but like they don't need to see Ryan Clancy versus Marcus Mathers. I want to see that match, but they don't need to see that match, right?
It's more of a let's just get out of the house together and
do
something. Yeah.
They would rather me have everyone in goofy costumes. And there are guys who just wear goofy costumes for that show. And for other shows, they're different.
Have you hired the Brothers of Construction yet?
The Brothers of Funstruction, you mean the clowns?
Yeah.
We have not had them, but they're around a lot. Yes.
I
have nothing against it. I've never met them. We would have them. I think they would be a great draw for us, and not necessarily for our bar shows too.
Yeah.
Well, so I was just gonna say, to JJ's point, and then Walter, you can go after me. It just occurred to me, your buddy Colt may have an in with them, so maybe reach out. It's an idea. There you go.
I don't think I need Colt. I think one of the things you should know about independent wrestlers, they like to take bookings.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
To make money.
He also I
as
also
long as
saw
they're
him.
not injured, they like to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed he was on some of those early JCW Lunacy shows. It's almost a big boss man gimmick, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he had that, and he has other gimmicks for other promotions. He was in what was it, Wrestling Society X, which was really cool. I don't know if anyone saw it.
Such a revolutionary show. Yeah,
that's so great, and the roster's unbelievable. Like Cannon's in that. And I always tell people, Cannon, one day I'm just going to make a poster that says, Star of Wrestling Society X, and that's how we're going to promote you.
yeah, that's Jack Evans, maybe. You never know.
Yeah, Jack Evans, Seth Rollins.
Oh my God.
X-Pac, Vampiro. There's a couple other guys who before he got in trouble, there's people before they got in trouble on there too. There's some really good talent.
Yeah, very good.
Walter?
Well,